Hello, everyone. Can you hear me? Okay. Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening to all our distinguished participants joining us from different parts of the world. On behalf of the Asian Mayors Forum, I warmly welcome you to this international webinar entitled Local Economy, Sustainable Cities, a New Development Discourse in Asia. We are honored to have with us a remarkable panel of speakers, including leaders of international organizations, distinguished city officials, and experts who will share their insights and experiences. Before we begin, I would like to kindly remind our speakers that each presentation is attached 10 minutes. So I will give you a short signal when 1 minute remains to help us keen on schedule. Now it's my pleasure to invite our first speaker, Dr. Hamidreza Gholamzadeh, Secretary General of Asian Mayors Forum, to deliver his opening keynote remarks. Dr. Hamidreza Gholamzadeh, are you here? Dr. Hamidreza Gholamzadeh, can you hear me?
منتشر خواهیم کرد. ولی شأن نزول ما که سال گذشته گزارشی رو بحث فرآیند نوسازی و تبعات اعیان‌سازی داشتیم، اینه که تقریبا وقتی دیدیم ما آمار نوسازیمون داره خیلی اضافه میشه به نحو خیلی مطلوبی و ما یه رکوردی رو رسیدیم نزدیک 100,000 پروانه که تو سال 1402 صادر.
Sorry for the delay. We are waiting for Dr. Gholamzadeh to joining us. Dr. Hamidreza Gholamzadeh, are you here? Yes. Thank you. Again, it's my pleasure to invite our first speaker, Dr. Hamidreza Gholamzadeh, Secretary General of Asian Mayors Forum, to deliver his keynote remarks.
Hello.
Hello, we have your voice.
I don't know if you hear me. I have some problem with my earpiece. Can you hear me now?
Yes, yes.
Well, shall I begin?
Yes, of course.
Sorry, I have some problem with my earpiece, but anyway, I begin. Good morning, good afternoon, everyone. It's a pleasure to join you, and thank you very much for joining the event. Today, I am very happy to welcome everyone, every single one of you here to the webinar in which we are going to discuss the local economies and how urban management and the local leaders can help flourish and improve the economy of the society by paving the ground for the entrepreneurs, by helping and supporting those who are creating startups and knowledge-based enterprises, and also and especially women who are the breadwinners of the society and the families, and many people that are working actually to create money and wealth in their society and for their people and bring job to the society. So part of the urban leadership is to support those ideas and support those people and to help them work better and include more people. And we know that, and I'm not going to spoil it, we know that there are some cities, including those distinguished guests that are joining us today in this webinar, have done significant initiatives and works to help this area. So different ideas, different capacities, and different initiatives in which the cities and the municipalities have successfully helped people to create jobs for the society and create wealth for the society, and with that they have helped welfare of the society. So today I have the honor to welcome everyone here in this panel to discuss such a situation, discuss these ideas and experiences and share with each other to understand what the capacities are and what they have done, what challenges they have faced, what ideas they have been successful in, and where they have failed, because all of us have had failures and successes in our careers. So we are focusing on these, and I hope that we can have a great outcome out of these to find out more and to learn from each other, just like all other webinars that we have successfully heard with participation of very dear friends from across the Asia and the world. And I hope that today we can have another experience like this. So I'm not going to be very long. I just wanted to have this privilege to welcome everyone here and to express my gratitude and my let's say, happiness of having this great panel next to one another to discuss this important topic, which to me is very important, especially as I know what achievements some of you have made and how other cities are paying attention to this area. Thank you very much, and I wish all of you a good day and a very great webinar and discussion. Thank you very much. Khadija, back to you.
Thank you, Dr. Gholamzadeh, for your valuable insights. And now let us move to our next speaker, Mr. Pierre Elong Mbassi, the Secretary General of UCLG-Africa. The floor is yours. Can you hear me?
I hear you now. Do you hear me?
Yes, we have your voice.
Okay, thank you. I extend to you greetings of the community of mayors and the other leaders of subnational and local governments of Africa, grouped in the umbrella organization, which is the United Cities and Local Government of Africa, UCLG-Africa, the Africa regional section of the World Organization of the United Cities and Local Governments, UCLG. UCLG-Africa represents 17,000 territorial governments operating in Africa, which membership include all the national associations and 2,000 city and territorial government direct members. UCLG-Africa is headquarters in Rabat, the capital city of the Kingdom of Morocco, where it enjoys diplomatic status as an international Pan-African organization. UCLG-Africa also maintains regional offices in each of the 5 regions of Africa, in Cairo, Egypt for North Africa, in Accra, Ghana for West Africa, in Libreville, Gabon for Central Africa, in Nairobi, Kenya for East Africa, and in Pretoria, South Africa for Southern Africa. We are sincerely grateful to the Asian Mayors Forum for having invited UCLG-Africa to share views on the new development discourse in Asia centered around local economies and sustainable cities. The challenges facing Asian cities resemble very much the ones facing African cities. Uncontrolled urban growth, backlogs on urban infrastructure, basic services, and amenities, growing vulnerabilities against global crises such as climate change, economic recessions, fight against pandemics, insecurity, and violence. The difference between Asian and African cities is the speed of transformation of settlement pattern in Africa, particularly rapid urbanization. The urban population grew 20-fold from 1950 to 2020. The continent's population is expected to double by 2050, with 2/3 of this growth to be absorbed by urban areas, amounting at 1.5 billion people. Another original characteristic is that 60% of the urban population are below 25, and currently 20 million young Africans enter the labor market each year. We agree as well that there is a need to rethink the urban development pattern. Key to this rethink is the role of informality in the urban fabric and the functioning of local economies. The predominance of informality is the characteristic of the urban fabric in African cities. Over 50% of urban dwellers in Africa live in informal settlements. The informal economy accounts for 80% of urban employment. So we need to shift perspective on the informal economy and treat it as an integral part of the economy through better understanding its contribution to the functioning of the local economies. We need a change of mindset and work towards integrated urbanism through participatory planning, upgrading informal settlement, and equipping them with infrastructure and services. Unlocking the full potential of urbanization in Africa calls for the connection of formal and informal sector of the local economies following a value chain approach, highlighting their complementarity and the opportunity they offer for inclusive growth and sustainable development. But predominance of informality in the urban fabric has also consequences on the way African cities are governed and managed. UCLG-Africa believes that governance systems must be designed to reflect the dual reality of cities and territories in Africa, leaving plenty of room for innovation and co-creation between cities or territories and their inhabitants. This requires openness to experimentation, trial and error, and successive adjustment based on lessons learned from experimentation. With Slum Dwellers International, SDI, a community-based organization, UCLG-Africa has launched the Know Your City program, which aims to encourage city and regional government leaders in Africa to work with community leaders and residents of informal settlement so that they can plan and co-create the city or territory together in accordance with Sustainable Goal 11. Also, to address the challenge of adaptation to climate change in informal settlement, in order to implement the motto of leaving no one behind, the UN Secretary General launched during the 2019 UN Climate Summit an initiative called Building Climate Resilience with the Urban Poor, so that urban dwellers would benefit from adaptation and resilience climate.
Mr. Jean, we can't hear you. Mr. Jean, can you hear me? Please connect your microphone. Mr. Jean?
It's okay now.
Yes, we have your voice right now.
Sorry, but from the beginning, you didn't have my voice? Hello?
Yes, we have. Yes, yes.
But from the beginning, you didn't have my voice.
We have your voice from the beginning. We missed your voice just for seconds.
Oh, okay. Thank you. So I was saying that we launched the Building Climate Resilience with the Urban Poor, BCROP, to ensure that urban dwellers living in poor neighborhoods benefit from adaptation and resilience climate action. And I was saying that this initiative is under the leadership of President Lula da Silva of Brazil in Latin America and President Samuel Ruto of Kenya in Africa. And UCLG-Africa is the implementing partner of this initiative in Africa. What these experiences has taught us is that exploring new approaches will require new arrangement in the institutional, legal, technical, and financial spheres, with the constraint of not further weakening the current management of the territory. This reinvention of governance in African cities and territories require all stakeholders to adopt an attitude of learning, modesty, listening, and respect for diversity of opinion, with the only judge being the return of trust, which is the currency of institutional and social stability so necessary in these uncertain times. We need also to recognize that many local governments do not have the powers that it takes to address the urban challenge, including legal and institutional framework, human resources, financial resources. So we think regional and local government cannot fulfill their mandate without legal recognition, adequate human and financial resources, and capacity building. Decentralization must go beyond rhetoric. It must be accompanied by real legal empowerment, fiscal transfer, expanded access to financial resources for local and regional authorities, and investment in human capital. This is the experience that we have had in Africa, and UCLG-Africa has been instrumental for the adoption of the African Charter on the values and principles of decentralization, local governments, and local development by the head of state and government of the African Union in 2014. This is the piece that gives the guidelines for implementing decentralization for addressing urban challenges in Africa. We have a lot of experiences showing that when the local level addresses the issues, they are well managed. We tend to think that development is local or it does not exist. So it is very important to build trust between local government and their constituency so that the local economies is the custodian of the driving of the national and regional economies. And we call for better exchanges between ASEAN cities and African cities. I said it in the beginning, the ASEAN challenges resemble very much the African challenges. And we have to exchange our experiences so that we learn from each other, and we can say that the vibrancy of the economies in the informal settlements can have a guiding proposal for a renewed and rethink of the local economies, and also of the new urbanism that we need to be embedded into the society. So this is what I wanted to share with you, and I end my speech by saying that we need to recognize the reality of our economies where the informal sector play a vital role. We should bring the informal sector within the local economies and articulate it with the formal sector. This is the challenge of the day, and I hope our exchanges will allow us to advance on this path. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Jean, for your valuable insights. Now let me to introduce the third speaker, Ms. Kazuko Ishigaki, Regional Director of UN Habitat Regional Office for Asia and Pacific. Can you hear me?
Yes, I can. Can you hear me?
Yes, the floor is yours.
Thank you. Can I use a PowerPoint that I sent you a few hours ago?
Yes, of course. Do you want to share yourself or I share it?
Yes, please share it. I will say it next then, after each slide.
You can start until the presentation
Okay.
share.
Okay. Thank you very much. So, distinguished guests, eminent leaders, colleagues, friends, and ladies and gentlemen, thank you to the Asian Mayors Forum and the Committee on Urban Economy and Entrepreneurship. It's an honor to join you to discuss local economies and sustainable cities at this critical moment for our region and the world. Thank you very much for the PowerPoint. Could you go to the next one? So as some of you might know us, but just in case, let me introduce UN Habitat at first. UN Habitat is a United Nations agency addressing urban development, urban issues, and housing problems. Therefore, in the UN system, we are responsible for promoting and monitoring SDG Goal 11, which is sustainable cities and communities. And because the urban development is strongly related with local government, so we are also promoting localization of SDGs. We have mainly worked in 4 regions: Asia and the Pacific, and Latin America, and Africa, and Arab states. Next one, please. Next slide, please. Yes. And my office, UN Habitat Regional Office for Asia and the Pacific, is based in Japan. The regional office supports 15 country offices, including Iran office. So Iran to the west, and Mongolia to the north, and then Malaysia, and actually Australia on the south, and then Pacific in the north. So next one, please. Next slide, please. So it's a privilege to address this gathering at a time when cities stand at the front line of transformation. Urban areas today are not merely engines of growth in rapidly urbanizing world. The cities are the stages where diverse challenges, including climate risk, fiscal risk, demographic shifts, are converging. Critical challenge is how to manage rapid urbanization process. Governing the rapidly changing cities is no longer about managing routine administration. It's about designing resilient ecosystems that can handle such urban complexity and deliver results. Citizens expect services that are fast, transparent, and fair. The challenge is clear. Local institutions must adapt at the same speed as the cities is changing around them. And that's why leadership of mayor and effective local government is the core architecture that manages rapid urbanization and determines whether our urban governance will be resilient, professional, and responsive. So let me introduce some data and numbers to explain critical urban challenges. The urban population is expected to increase from 2.5 million in 2023 to 3.5 billion by 2050. Urbanization rate is already very high in many countries in Asia-Pacific region. For example, in Iran, the rate of people living in cities are already 77%. Even in countries where urbanization rate is low, for example, India, it's projected to increase, and disordered urbanization is a serious concern. I just came back from India yesterday. Next slide, please. Yes. So what does this rapid urbanization bring about? Rapid urbanization has led to inadequate infrastructure and services, contributing to housing shortages and the increase in slum dwellers. Classic externality, urban externality, remains or worsened. For example, traffic congestion and air pollution or traffic accidents, that kind of classic urban issues still problematic in many cities. Next one, please. So let's see the housing situation in Asia and the Pacific region. Many middle-income and low-income countries struggle with housing quality. And within the country, a significant inequality in housing quality exists across income levels. So this is also a problem in many cities. Next one, please. Next, the Asia-Pacific region has the highest number of people living in slums, with approximately 600 million people, accounting for about 60% of the world's total slum population. The slum population forecast to increase from 100 million in 2020 to 1.5 billion in Southern and Central Asia. Significant slum growth is projected to take place in India, Pakistan, and the Philippines. Next one, please. Next one, please. Then how about the basic services for citizens? The Asia-Pacific region has challenges in access to safe drinking water and sanitation. Urban population growth is causing increased water shortages. The lack of capacity of water infrastructure management hinders the effective use of limited water resources in many cities. Next one, please. Next one, please. So next one. Reflecting economic development, annual material consumption in Asia has been significantly growing, while solid waste collection rates are low in the cities of developing countries in the Asia-Pacific region. A large proportion of solid waste is disposed of in an insanitary manner in open dump. The lack of effective waste management system led to the region being the primary source of ocean plastic pollution, generating about 80% of the global total. So this is emerging serious environmental issues. And the root cause of ocean plastic pollution is insufficient capacity of waste management on the ground. Next one, please. In response to these challenges, UN Habitat Strategic Plan 2026-2029, which was authorized by the member states, clearly identified its strategic focus as adequate housing, land, and basic services for all, including the urgent transformation of informal settlements and slums. With this adequate housing, land, and basic services as the entry point, we aim at generating impact in 3 global challenges, which are poverty eradication, humanitarian crisis, and also climate action. Next one, please. Next one, please. So before proceeding, we must start from common recognition about finance. The SDG investment gap in developing countries ranges between 2.5 trillion dollars to $4 trillion annually. This is a huge investment gap. Given this financial constraint, we must plan despite this financial constraint, we must plan for future urban expansion before it takes place. It's quite important because retrofitting infrastructure after settlement has already occurred is up to 3 times more expensive. So always preventive measures is more cost effective than responsive measures. So we need to plan in advance. And the failure to invest in cities will reduce the quality of life of urban populations and lock cities into unproductive urban homes and environmental degradation that are much more costly to address in the long run. Next one, please. To unlock the transformative potential of cities and optimize urban investments for SDG impact, effective urban planning, governance, and finance, those 3 need to work together to drive effective urban investments and support local service delivery. First, spatial planning and design changes coordination of infrastructure. First, spatial planning design enables coordination of infrastructure and other demands of urban development. And the second, clear regulatory flags and compliance systems enable enforcement and protection of investments. And the third, a clear business plan based on capital investment planning and revenue strategy clarifies resource streams. Therefore, these trinity policies, planning, governance, and finance together, they support coordinated public and private investments and enable effective resource mobilization, and access to funding and finance to deliver services and invest in infrastructure. Next one, please. But many cities remain trapped in the vice cycle. A poor urban infrastructure brings out limited private investment because private investment relies on public infrastructure to efficiently access markets, transport goods, and foster productivity. Then, limited private investment causes a low revenue because limited private investment means lack of enough job creation and lack of economic growth, both hindering the growth of tax base. And the low revenue spares only limited fiscal space, which will be a bottleneck again to investment in urban public infrastructure. Next one, please. So we need to break this vicious cycle and kickstart virtuous cycle. To do so, UN Habitat has supported cities through 4 types of capacity building. So I'd like to briefly introduce them. Next one, please.
May I kindly remind, please focus on the time. Thank you.
Yes, very quickly. So the first training is capital investment planning. Cities often struggle to prioritize investments because planning is disconnected from finance. Capital investment planning integrates spatial analysis with financial planning to identify bankable community prioritized projects. For example, we supported the city of Kyrgyzstan and Tajikistan so that local government developed integrated investment plans to guide urban growth. Next one, please. The second type of training is local economic development and urban regeneration. Urban regeneration is a catalyst for inclusive growth. And UN Habitat helped develop the central regeneration strategy aimed at revitalizing the urban landscape and profoundly enhancing the city's social, economic, and cultural structures. What we did was to support spatial socio-economic assessment of poverty and housing affordability and economic impact assessment of urban investment opportunities. So we helped the city to select projects based on the spatial analysis and community priorities. So local economies, SMEs, cooperatives, informal markets benefit when urban investments expand economic demand and opportunities. Next one, please. So the third capacity building is strengthening own source revenue. In reality, many municipalities rely heavily on transfers from national central government. Under this context, UN Habitat helps cities diversify and optimize their revenues through gap analysis of revenue streams such as permits, parking fee, or market fees, etc. And land value capture, allowing governments to reinvestment land value increases in investment for infrastructure. For example, as a result of our capacity building in Homa Bay County, Kenya, revenues tripled in 1 year through improved own source revenue systems. So formalizing informal settlements and informal economy is critical for raising own source revenue. Next one, please. Yes. The last type of capacity building is enhancing fiscal space and assessing finance. Cities need the capacity to assess its own fiscal health and access external finance. UN Habitat with partners such as UNCDF and UNECA provides tools for fiscal space assessments. Indicators include solvency ratios, wage bill ratios, debt levels, and asset management efficiency. Local finance framework helps governments choose the right financing mechanism, grants, loans, bonds, PPPs, or land-based tools, etc. So this ensures that the scarce resources are allocated efficiently, and the cities move from survival budgets to transformative investments. Thank you. Next one, please. Last one. So our pathways combine various dimensions of support. We support local and regional governments through our technical assistance, normative tools, and advocacy. If you are interested, please feel free to contact us anytime. And you can find sub-publications in our website. And in addition to these publications, I recommend you will participate in World Urban Forum to be held in Baku, Azerbaijan in May 2026. You can get connected to many resource persons, gain knowledge, and share your invaluable experiences with other cities, governments, and stakeholders. With this invitation to World Urban Forum next May in Baku, Azerbaijan, I will conclude my presentation. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Ms. Kazuko, for your valuable insights. Let's move to our next speaker, Mr. Xavier Mestres Riera, Global Coordinator of World Forum of Local Economic Development. The floor is yours.
Hello, can you hear me?
Yes, of course, we have your voice.
Okay, thank you so much. Good morning, everyone, and thank you so much to the Asian Mayors Forum and the Secretary General for the invitation to join this webinar. For me, it's a pleasure to participate and be able to share our work within the region. Before to go into today's topic, I would like to give you a bit of context on who we are and the work we are doing at the forum. I think you can share the PowerPoint presentation is short. So the World Forum on Local Economic Development is not only a global event, it's a global platform for dialogue, exchange, and coordination between all levels of stakeholders, which also includes local and regional governments, international organizations, civil society, private sector, and academia, among others, that aims to promote more inclusive, sustainable, and local development models. So the forum is composed of a number of international entities. You can see among them, please, next slide. You can see among them UNDP, ILO, or UCLG, which work together within our executive board to ensure a diversity of topics and actors in both the process and the mobilization towards each forum. So the forum has increased its relevance since 2011 by accompanying the discussion and the implementation of the global agenda. For example, we achieved that the local economic development was identified as one of the key elements of discussion when drafting the new urban agenda in 2016, helping to position this approach within the urban economy topic as a relevant pillar for achieving more inclusive, sustainable, and resilient cities. After the first edition in 2011, the forum was held in Brazil in 2013, in Italy in 2015, in Cape Verde in 2017, in Argentina in 2021, and the last one in Spain in 2015. Please, next slide. And the forum has been is being consolidated as a global platform, an ongoing process that goes beyond the celebration of a single event. In this process, the forum has been promoting local economy as a key strategy to localizing the 2030 agenda and the SDGs, ensuring that global principles are translated into concrete action, strengthen the role of local and regional governments as strategic actors of development, foster multi-level cooperation and participatory governance, linking the local with the national and the international, and to promote local innovation in public policy, social inclusion, decent jobs, sustainability, and equity. So the last edition of the forum was particularly relevant, and as it was one of the key milestones toward the fourth UN Conference on Financing for Development, where the forum was also recognized as a key initiative within the FFD4 platform for action. So in this sense, one of the main goals is consolidate the economy must be placed at the service of people and territories, fostering the creation of decent jobs, social equity, and respect for the environment, while at the same time strengthening local capacities and promoting innovation in public management and citizen participation. We really believe that local economy is a key driver for building sustainable cities. Promoting economies that are close to communities based on local production, responsible consumption, and social innovation enable city to grow in an inclusive and environmental way. Please, next slide, two more. Oh, yeah, the next one. Okay. Okay, so then with this vision, we contribute to this objective by highlighting successful experiences in sustainable urban planning, support for local entrepreneurships, integration of local value chains, and public policies that foster urban resilience. Through knowledge sharing, the strengthening of local capacities, and the creation of international networks, the forum enables local governments to develop strategies that harmonize economic development and local economies. That's why we consider that local economy is a crucial element for improving people's living conditions, while strengthening their productive, institutional, social, and environmental capacity. This construction of well-being implies recognizing local diversity, local identities, traditional knowledge, and the specific opportunities of each place, enhancing their resources while also linking them to broader networks of cooperation and exchange. And this is why we believe that the knowledge of the local is very important, because it is from the territory that solutions adapted to people's real needs emerge. So it is there where opportunities are identified, challenges are recognized, and the most appropriate responses are built, integrating the community's vision with public policies and global economic dynamics. And in this pathway is where the forum is trying to support. And to do so, we are already preparing the 7th edition of the forum. We have now opened the global call to host the 7th forum. And to be honest, we would love to celebrate this first LED forum in Asia, to be able to discuss the importance of the local economy to achieve sustainable cities in the region. In our experience, hosting the World Forum represents an opportunity because it also creates a legacy to increase the relevance of the local economy, to implement innovative and local policies that strengthen the local economy and promote sustainable cities. Through international experience and the transfer of good practices, local governments can drive strategies that integrate economic development, social inclusion, and sustainability tailored to the specific to their specific needs. You can share the next slide, please. So I will stop here. I will only share this last slide information, and I hope it has given you a clear picture on how local economic development can become a driver of transformation, and we will be happy to continue our discussion in the Asian region. Thank you very much.
Is it finished?
Yeah, it has finished. I don't know if you can share the last slide, just for information for the participants.
Okay.
Okay, thanks.
Is it done? Okay, thank
Yeah.
you.
Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Riera, for your insightful, valuable insights. And next, move to our next speaker, Dr. Farshid Aram, Secretary General of Advisory Council of UAUR organization. Mr. Aram, are you here?
Hello, everyone.
Hello,
Can you hear
the
me?
floor is yours.
Can you hear me?
Yes, we have your voice.
Okay. Hello, everyone. I hope you are doing well and healthy. I'm so glad, and it's my pleasure. Today, I'm here to discuss and share my achievement about periodic markets. You can see my screen. I share my.
Yes, yes, we can.
Okay. So, I'm going to share my achievement about the role of periodic markets in local economics and sustainability. And first, we can define what's the periodic markets. In some countries and in different regions, periodic markets define in other words. For example, in North America and United States, the periodic markets named or called as a farmer market, the place that the farmer directly sells their products. And in other countries, the periodic markets defined as a vendors that or vendor market that people sells everything from their handcraft and or farmer products or other goods. And in Asian countries, especially in Iran, periodic markets is famous as a weekly markets that named one day as a market. For example, Thursday market, Wednesday market, that held in a city or around the city. So we can see the economic function of these markets. Exactly, these markets have an influence in income generation that provide trading opportunity for small-scale vendors, farmers, and artisans, many of whom rely on these markets as their primary source of income. And this periodic markets can job creation and make jobs that market days simulate demands for transport, logistics, food service, and casual labor. And other function of this is support for informal economics, that these markets often serve as entry points for micro entrepreneurs and part-time traders. And the researchers indicated that these periodic markets globally can make average 32 job and has a that has between 10 to 20% higher margins. And a very good example of these markets that indicated in a research that in South Carolina, farmers market generate up to 10 million pounds annually and support hundreds of full-time jobs across the state. That is a very good impact in the city and in this region. So, and in other hand, the researchers in this issue indicated that the multiple effect of this periodic market and compare the chain store and other shopping centers or malls. It's indicated that between 60 to 80% can keep money local, and its other impact of these markets. On the other hand, this markets that is very interesting has a social impact as well. That it's so interesting and For this issue, I make the research, and I study about this impact of this periodic market. Exactly, this markets can social help, civic participation, and cultural pride. And especially in my research that entitled "The Role of Green Space Increasing Social Interaction in Neighborhood with Periodic Market," I assessed the periodic market in Hamadan city, in one of the cities in Iran, that the research indicated that the power of the periodic market are more than economic engines. They support local livelihoods, especially for informal vendors and small-scale producers. These markets create economic resilience, offering flexible, low-barrier entry points for entrepreneurship. Green space as a social catalyst that I'm focusing on this issue, and my research shows that neighborhoods with green space around the periodic market experience more frequent neighbor interaction, a stronger sense of belonging, and higher level of cooperation and trust. Green space invite people to linger, not just shop, turning transaction into relationship. And the result of this research indicated that design matters. The most effective green spaces include comfortable seating, aesthetic vegetation, and accessible paths and shaded areas. That you can see in this map. We are assessed the 6 periodic market in Hamadan cities. 3 of them has a green space near the place that holding these markets, and the other one is without the green spaces. And researchers indicated that periodic market with green spaces has a more social interaction and social ties. And in the detailed research, we can find the reason of these places has more social interaction, and the quality of urban design and quality of that green spaces make them more attractive to participating people. So we specialized one of these periodic market in Hamadan as that called Thursday of Honoristan neighborhood, and with designing and redesign and reorganization of this place that has a green space, we find that it's make it more attractive and make it so more attendance of the people in here. And you can see in the right picture the place of this market, and when we reorganize and redesign it, it's like this, with the some special furnitures like that, the bench that it's movable and has a shading, flexible shading, or some furniture that can use in a special day like Thursday for the vendors. And with this designing, we make it more attractive, and the people that share their as goods, and the people who attend in this periodic market make their social ties. And we concluded that we can say the periodic market as an engine of local prosperity that makes that economic resilience, social vitality, and sustainable development. That all of this, I think, following the Sustainable Development Goals principles that make the cities and society sustainable. And sustainable cities and society, as you know, is one of the Sustainable Development Goals principle. So with this function and with this opportunity in Asian city and especially in Iran, that in most cities help this market, we can enhance the local economics, and exactly we can help the local economics with following the sustainable development goals.
Is it finished, Dr. Aram?
Yes, yes.
Thank you for your valuable insights. Let's move us to our next speaker, Dr. Maryam Ardebili, Director General of Women's Affairs of Tehran Municipality. Can you hear me?
Yes. Do you have my voice?
The floor is yours.
Do you have my voice?
Yes, we have your voice.
Okay, in a good quality. Okay. Thank you. Shall I begin?
Yes.
Thank you. Hello to all the valuable participants, and thank you. I don't have your voice.
No problem. Continue, please.
Okay, hello and good day to all the valuable participants, and thank for creating this webinar opportunity. It's a great pleasure for me to be with you here. In my presentation, I will focus on the special role of women and the current and future opportunities that women can provide for local economics in urban areas. I will begin my presentation by mentioning the megatrends, an important megatrend of feminization of the economy and the special opportunities that it can provide for women's participation to flourish the local economy. The macro trends and drivers of the economy indicates a profound transformation in the world's economic and social structure. For example, new technologies. For example, NBICS, nanobioinformation and cognitive technologies, allow women more than ever to be at the forefront of innovation and technological development. The smart economies, the smart cities has increased the efficiency and productivity through the participations of women in digital technologies and of course, participating more in local economy in smart cities. In the distributed economy, which is a trend, which is a sub-trend of economic growth, women help reduce inequalities by creating decentralized networks and participatory leadership over there. In the personalized economy, women play a key role both as a consumer and a service provider. In creative economy, with the presence of women in cultural industries, in creative entrepreneurships, it can strengthen economic diversity and growth, and especially for women. And the participatory knowledge in, the knowledge of economy, with the presence of women in scientific research and knowledge networks, has also helped produce knowledge and solve complex problems of economy. All these trends and many other trends that we have no time for, it shows that women as key player play a fundamental role in shaping a more inclusive, sustainable, and innovative economy. By understanding this capacity and necessity and facilitating a flexible and agile environment in this direction, urban governance can provide the basis for economic and production growth, as well as creating opportunities for balanced growth and expanding women's role playing, while prioritizing the institution of the family and the value of women's family roles. This is a unique opportunity to resolve historical contradictions in the gender duality of women and men, and the duality of family role and social role for women, and to get rid of constructive ideas of humiliation and denial of femininity and motherhood, along with realizing production growth and economic progress. We here in Tehran Municipality, we have experienced various examples of capacity building and openness of city to the role playing and economic agency of women and families. These experiences have provided valuable opportunities for the future, for the economy and production in this city. As women's production workshops, we call it COSARs, with a priority on women's who are heads of households. These COSARs are an example of creating a platform for urban management. It is a triangle between the municipality, entrepreneurs, and female workers, mostly who are, as I said, heads of their households, seeking, it has been connected in a legal economic model and has yielded a good result for us. We have more than 120 COSARs workshop in Tehran. Also the markets, as Dr. Aram mentioned, the markets for sales, their home-based products, in three types we have them: permanent markets, periodic markets, and rotating markets. They have also provided a very good opportunity for women producers. And we have a project about work in houses. It's named Kar to Khunamune, or Work is in Our Houses project. It has provided thousands of women with the opportunity to promote and accelerate the products which they are producing by their home-based businesses right now. And opportunities like this webinar, I think it can provide, opportunity for us to share these valuable insights and models of utilizing women's capabilities to develop local urban economy. And I'm very excited about it. Thank you for everybody's attention. And I finish my presentation. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Dr. Ardebili, for your valuable insights. Let's us to move to our next speaker, Dr. Amirmohammad Parvini, Head of International Affairs of Kermanshah Municipality. Are you here? Yes. Can you hear me?
Yes, of course, clearly. Can you hear me?
Yes, of course. The floor is yours.
Okay, thank you so much. Could you please show my PowerPoint? It's the PDF one.
Yes, please wait.
So if you let me, I want to begin until the PowerPoint will be on. Good morning, good afternoon, or maybe good night, distinguished Secretary General, distinguished Deputy Mayors, esteemed colleagues, and guests. It's an honor to be here today at the Asian Mayors Forum to share our experience from Kermanshah, Iran. My name is Amirmohammad Parvini, and I serve as Director of International Relations at Kermanshah Municipality. I am Secretary of Creative City and Mayor's Advisor too. Today, I will present Kermanshah's journey transforming local economy through community-centered initiatives. Our story demonstrates how cultural heritage can drive sustainable economic development. Kermanshah's strategic location on the Iran-Iraq border positions it as a vital economic hub of Western Iran with significant trade potential. Most importantly, Kermanshah was recognized by UNESCO in 2021 as a creative city of gastronomy, celebrating our rich culinary heritage with over 400 traditional foods. Additionally, we have been designated as the cultural capital of Asian cities by Asian Cities Mayors Forum for 2025, creating unprecedented opportunities for cultural tourism and economic development. However, like many Asian cities, we face challenges, including dependency on external markets, unemployment, and the decline of traditional markets in the face of modern retail and e-commerce. These challenges demanded an innovative, community-centered approach. Could you please go to the next slide? Kermanshah Municipality developed a three-pillar strategy for sustainable local economic growth. First, supporting local businesses, providing infrastructure and incentives and promotional support for local producers, artisans, and traditional craftspeople. Second, creating permanent local markets, establishing dedicated spaces, including our flagship Kermanshah Food Village, showcasing 400 traditional foods, plus mobile markets, serving different neighborhoods. Third, digital integration and tourism, partnering with our Science and Technology Park for online platforms, startup support, and cultural tourism integration. Next slide, please. Our implementation focused on creating vibrant local marketplaces. We established permanent markets in high traffic areas, providing direct sales channels for agricultural products, handicrafts, and local foods. The Kermanshah Food Village is our crown jewel, a specialized marketplace showcasing our 400 traditional foods, designed with traditional architecture to strengthen cultural identity. We are also planning to launch mobile markets in different neighborhoods to reduce costs and improve accessibility for all citizens. These initiatives leverage Kermanshah's UNESCO Creative City of Gastronomy status and our role as cultural capital of Asia in 2025, creating powerful synergy between cultural preservation and economic development. Our partnership, our partnership with Kermanshah Science and Technology Park created innovation infrastructure supporting tech-based solution. We are developing an integrated online marketplace connecting local producers directly with consumers, eliminating intermediaries and empowering small businesses. We have nurtured a local startup ecosystem supporting entrepreneurs in marketing, delivery services, and tourism experiences. The municipality provides rental discounts, tax exemptions, and free advertising to encourage digital adoption among traditional businesses. Next slide, please. Kermanshah's local economic development strategy has achieved significant results across multiple indicators. We've seen substantial growth in employment creation through new jobs in local businesses and food markets. Tourism has increased significantly with more domestic and especially international visitors drawn by our unique cultural and culinary offerings. Local businesses have experienced notable revenue growth, and we have successfully supported numerous community-led initiatives. The chart demonstrates steady growth in local businesses and tourist arrivals, clearly indicating the success of our integrated approach. Next slide, please. Our experience taught us that integrating cultural heritage with economic development creates authentic experiences. Multi-stakeholder collaboration between municipality, businesses, and technology partners is essential. Balancing traditional markets with digital innovation is crucial. We overcame challenges, including initial resistance for traditional merchants, limited digital literacy among business owners, and regulatory barriers for mobile markets. Our framework is adaptable to local cultural contexts and scalable from neighborhood to citywide programs with potential for regional cooperation. Last slide, please. Looking ahead, we plan to expand our food village concept, develop a comprehensive digital marketplace, and create an innovation hub for food-related startups. We see tremendous opportunities for regional cooperation, knowledge change programs with other agencies, joint cultural economic initiatives, leveraging our UNESCO status, and creating a network of food heritage cities across Asia. We extend an invitation for collaboration, partnership for pilot programs, joint projects, and sharing implementation strategies. As I conclude, investing in local economies is not merely an economic decision, but a strategic commitment to building resilient, vibrant, and sustainable cities for the future. We have had great experience last year, and I want to conclude with Asian Mayors Forum and UNESCO. We launched a very good booth at tourism exhibition in Tehran, and we had a great festival of showcasing our 100 dishes of Kermanshahi food. And now we are harvesting the thing that we have been cultivating through last year. And we invite all of you for further cooperation and collaboration with us. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Mr. Parvini, for your valuable insights. Now let us to move to our next speaker, Dr. Mohammad Ezzati, Deputy Mayor of Urban Planning and Architecture of Tabriz Municipality.
Hello, can you hear me?
Yes, of course.
Yes. Just share my PowerPoint. Share.
Can you see our PowerPoint?
You share your screen, not your PowerPoint.
Share screen.
Would you like to share?
Yes, can you please?
Yes, of course. Just a minute, please. We would share it.
بوده یا پی دی اف یا
Mr. Ezzati, we share your PowerPoint.
Thank you.
You're welcome. The floor is yours.
Thank you. Hello, dear professor, colleagues, and participation. It's my honor to participate in this webinar. I am Mohammad Ezzati, Deputy Mayor of Urban Planning in Tabriz Municipality. And the title of my presentation is Facilitating Urban Management for Revitalizing the Economy of the City Core.
Next, please.
Next, please. Tabriz, with a population of about 1,800,000 people, is the capital of the Azerbaijan province and the largest metropolis Western Iran, according to the writing of historians and explorers. It has also been one of the important cities of Iran in the centuries after Islam. The passage of the Silk Road has led to economic and cultural prosperity and has laid the foundation for the establishment of many science schools, institutions, and civil entities for the first time in Iran in the city. The privileged location and its special place in the green and prosperous plain of Tabriz have turned the city into a large and prosperous center for economic exchange. Next, please, next. The road of circulation in Tabriz, the passage of Silk Road through ancient Tabriz. Please, next. Please, next. Among the international honors of Tabriz, we can means the selection of Tabriz as World Capital of Hand-woven carpets by UNESCO and the World Handicraft Council, being among 11 cities in the world as World Handicraft Cities, being selected as representative of the Atlas of Islamic World Cities, Capital of Islam, World Painting, Tourism Capital of Islam countries in 2018, Environment Capital of Asian countries in 2025, and many others. Next, please. Unfortunately, in recent years, the previous physical structure of creative core has faced challenges for the presence and comfort of the new society, leading to rivers, migration, porosity in the next church, social problems and decrease in housing and in replacement with disruptive business such as warehouses and repair shops, etc. However, this area, with more than 600 historical houses, the largest registered historical covered bazaar in the world. Large-scale historical complex, including the Kabud Mosque, the Sahib al-Amr, and many similar cases, has countless physical meaning and conceptual potential that provided the ability to create a connection between the new generation and the foreign identity of this context. Meanwhile, the Tabriz urban administration decided to revive the historical role and land of Tabriz over time through regeneration policies in the areas of activity and residence. Next, please. Please, next slide. The potential of old context, erosion in the historical context. Please, next. Considering this potential and Tabriz global reputation in terms of number and vivacity of historical monuments, museums, the high returns of handicrafts and work of art, as well as existing enthusiasm and investment and improvement through civic participation and cooperation of individuals, the municipality has put extensive measures in the field of policy making and construction of improve the quality of life in the historical context of the city in recent years, which has resulted in one, development and approval of incentive and support package for construction in various land use, restoration and revitalization of old building and construction, agents of cultural monuments, etc. Expansion from explosion fees in historical complex for activities such as hotels, apartment hotels, inns, museums, art, exhibition, restaurant, and sailing, landcraft centers, cultural products, etc. 3, preparations of location-oriented plans for spatial context in order to preserve and revive them. Acquisition, restoration, and revitalization of historical buildings and complexes at risk of destruction by Tabriz Municipality. and etc. Please, next page. Please, next. And next page. Next. Next page. Next page. Conclusion. Components such as the formation of a strong and effective civil society, the promotion of social capital in society, and the participation of citizens in the public policy-making process are among the most important factors improving and revitalizing historical context. Tabriz urban management has been able to achieve significant successes by using correct policies and directing capital and economy within the context, the most important of which are as follows. One, increasing the added value of buildings in historical context. Two, increasing the willingness of Tabriz citizens to reside in the historical and central context of the cities. Three, increasing activities related to the tourism economy, including hotels, apartment hotels, traditional restaurants, and handicraft sales centers. Four, creating a suitable space for people to be present in the heart of the historical context. Five, creating diverse cultural and social activities such as exhibition, events, one-day workshop, etc. in urban spaces created by Tabriz Municipality. Six, increasing the number of domestic and foreign tourists to the center context of the city. Thank you for your attention.
Thank you, Mr. Ezzati, for your valuable insights. Now we will move to question and answer session. Participants could write their question in the chat box or raise their hand, and if they want, they could speak. Okay, dear participants, please open your camera for group photo. از شما. Okay, as my colleagues are taking a photo, I want to say the conclusion. Ladies and gentlemen, as we come to the close of the webinar, I would like to sincerely thank all our distinguished speakers for their insightful contributions, and our participants who will join us for this important webinar. We heard today about successful practices, innovation policies, and inspiring local initiatives that demonstrate local economies can be the key drivers for sustainable development in Asia and beyond. I would like to, I hope this session will be the first step for this kind of collaboration and practical partnership among our cities and institutions. So on behalf of the Asian Mayors Forum, I thank you again from all of you to your commitment and your time. Okay, if there is no question, we can end the session. Thank you all participants for joining us. We look forward you to be in other AMF events. Have a good day. Bye.